Well, I'm very glad I didn't delete any of my videos. Yeah. So, hey guys, it's Dave March, the Spy Guy, and I kind of woke up to like, what is happening here? Like, what is actually happening? What the actual happening on YouTube today? This policy change. I don't want to talk necessarily about politics more than just kind of relating it to a book. I was going to do a book review on something today that's just like, it's like a book written in the 2012s, back in Obama's presidency, and that read like something out of Versailles. But this, I had to come on here and like talk about what just happened today on YouTube and what a lot of people are talking about. And alternatives, I guess, because this video, according to the new terms, will not be allowed to be talked about. YouTube decides they can take down videos like this. Are you kidding me? So I want to first thank my two new subscribers for as long as I have you. Joe and Michael Caraturo have joined the channel. Yay, I'm up to 45 people. Wow. I'm going to read to you from the Epoch Times, a news article today, December 9th, 2020. YouTube to delete content alleging presidential election fraud. YouTube announced that from December 9th, it will block and remove content that contains statements alleging widespread fraud or errors changed the outcome of a historical U.S. presidential election. The Google-owned firm said it was because the safe harbor deadline on December 8th and the presidential election had passed, claiming that enough states had certified their election results. The Supreme Court is about to, there's a giant lawsuit by Texas overturning that. Do you know that back in 2000, when they were still fighting the court case, it went Bush v. Gore, that went a couple weeks beyond this safe harbor deadline. So we already know that's a joke. I was watching people online on Twitter saying, "Oh no, it's all here. This is all set in stone," and I'm like, dude, it's 2020. It's Donald Trump. Like, nothing is set in stone this year. We've been in lockdown for 10 months. There's been riots that ran across the countryside, mass protests, people wearing masks. Nothing that happened this year is good or made sense or whatever. So, like, yeah. But lots of people are just like, you're trying to tell 75 million to shut up, people to shut up. They're not going to shut up. But according to this, like, I can't talk about the 2000 election. I can't talk about the 1960 election where the dead rose from their graves in Chicago to make a Kennedy president. I can't talk about the 1824 corrupt bargain. Like, what? YouTube, you're out of your mind. Like, you are begging a future Republican Congress to destroy your Section 230 credibility. Maybe they've already decided that that's off the table. I don't know. Like, how do you... We are seeing insane things on a daily basis. And then, as I said in yesterday's video, that we are in an Arab Spring moment. We are in the time when we're following this, the Soviet Union's falling apart. I heard one insane rumor from a stream a couple hours ago that Right Side Broadcasting Network was taken down. It looked to be still there. But, like, this is news. You're censoring the news. And we should have seen this coming. Remember back at the early days of the pandemic when they started taking down videos of doctors who said things they weren't seeing what the official narrative was seeing? There were those two doctors who held a press conference, answered reporters' questions about what's going on in their hospital, and YouTube took down a press conference. Okay, I didn't want to. Maybe I've been trying to find a book that can really relate to this situation. Sorry, I don't have a lot of books on censorship. We're I keep saying words fail me. I just don't even know how we can handle what is happening right now. And once we get to the other side of it, but I had a strange thought earlier today, and it really did worry me. I went and checked out a friend's profile. He was posting as of yesterday. This is the guy who used to be the head of the United States Sears School. So he's still posting on a website. I was like, okay, I'm overreacting here. But seriously, like, if I had a bit more pull, or I was a bigger show, I'd be asking people to go down to any kind of the Texas National Guard bases and see what the hell's going on. Are people getting like, are leaves being canceled? Is stuff happening? That's there's signs that like we're seeing strange signs, and I'm not trying to be paranoid. I'm just like, what is going on here? And I think there's a lot of other people talking, thinking, what is going on here? Because this isn't normal. Like, no, I guess nothing in 2020 was normal, but like, what just happened? YouTube is trying to declare who the presidency is when after like at least 5 states I know of are suing 4 other states, and will be going to the Supreme Court. Like, this is not good. So anyways, like I said, I'm having a hard time dealing with stuff like this. You know what? Maybe I should do it. I should sit down. I bought it with the intention of watching it 7 days in May. I should probably sit down and watch that again and give you a review, because 7 Days in May is was actually one of JFK favorite movies. It is about an attempted military coup in the United States of America. It's got Frederick March, who was like as the president. He was one of the great actors of his day. No relation. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's no relation. And it's a great movie that really has its time and place that I think holds up. So actually, why don't I just do a review of it now so we can actually talk about this. So 7 Days in May is there's a president at war with itself in a time similar today. It was more set back then. The president has signed a nuclear treaty with the Soviet Union, and at that time, a powerful 4-star head of the Joint Chiefs is out giving speeches in the streets, talking about how the country is at risk and what they're going to do about it and what they're doing. And then you get Burt Lancaster is the general, and he was a super Democrat and is convinced that the CIA killed Kennedy, so much so he had a movie made about it. He was doing JFK before Oliver Stone. So I own a copy of it. I have yet to watch it. It does look interesting. So that's another movie to do a review on. But and Kirk Douglas is his aide de camp, and there is he's just this guy, and he's hearing some strange things. He's talking to some of his friends, like I am, where I'm saying things like, maybe we should check these military bases out. And he just kind of sits down and he puts some things together, and he realizes that the general and Burt Lancaster's character is planning to overthrow the presidency. And he has some friends in the administration, and he managed to sit down and talks to the president about what's happening. And like just putting the clues together, and suddenly it's a race. They're playing. There was something called an alert. They still do these, where nuclear preparation drills were popular back then. The president being involved in it, they were worried that he was going to get whisked away. There's a lot of dramatic stuff going on, and it's a really tense movie. They're like old Southern senators wandering around breaking into military bases and having discussions, and it's a real race to the finish line. And with some other political intrigue, like the General Scott, I believe it is and this is also kind of based on real stuff. Like the general was based on an actual general at the time who was part of, trying to remember the name of the political movement, but John Birch Society. And there was supposedly plans to overthrow Kennedy is one of the reasons why I think he would love that. So this, if he won, and this general, like, I can show you. Yeah, I do have a book on this. Let me see. Hold on. This is how it works, guys. I'm just that kind of guy to get up from the table, go look for a book. But it's one of the, maybe I can find it online for you. Books on the NSA. The Shadow Factory. The NSA is not the Shadow, isn't it? James Banford. He's written a series of books, and the latest is this Puzzle Palace. I believe the one I'm looking for is Body of Secrets is the second one. I've read the Puzzle Palace, which is the original book set in where he covered the NSA. The second one is Body of Secrets. It is a book that ties into, like, he starts revealing to you all the bad things that have happened in the United States of America from the national security standpoint, and talks about, like, this believed to be coup against the president of the United States, a president-elect. He gets into stuff like the Victor, some of these spy ships that were sent into places like North Korea, and were captured and destroyed. The Israeli, when the Israelis blew up all those back during the Johnson administration, a spy ship happened to wander right nearby the Arab-Israeli war, and so the Israelis blew it up, and it nearly led to an intervention by an American aircraft carrier. There are lots of things in it that are, you're like, really, you really think this is happening? Kind of moments, but it's a pretty authoritative job. So Body of Secrets, I would give that one a 75. I'm going to give 7 Days in May. I mean, it's one of my, it was one of those movies that really got me interested in politics and spying and intelligence. So that's like a 95. So those are kind of things I can tell you to go check out. There's a whole bunch of things out there that are interesting things to do. I will get more. I think I will do a more detailed review on Body of Secrets in the future. But I just had to come on and talk today about this YouTube policy, and I was glad I could relate it into some other products. Currently working on getting a locals board going. It's kind of like a Patreon alternative, and a bit more easier to use than I don't want to do a Discord server, and actually pay this locals would allow people to, like, give me money if they wanted to support the channel. So hey, these are things we're doing. I'm just trying to make a big break. I am probably going to go to Rumble, which sounds like the better apparently pays better than YouTube. If you can make it there, it's like YouTube back in the good old days when you could have a stupid video go from 0 to 10 million views in a day without being controlled by corporations. I mean, remember when Brie Larson started her channel? That was probably the writing on the wall for all the small creators that they need to get off of YouTube or to find something else. I know people who quit Facebook. I know one guy, Tom Woods, who's a major player in the libertarian movement. He's moved to MeWe. I should get this on MeWe, right? Just dump videos there. I don't know. Anyways, there's a lot of alternatives out there, and we need to start using them and getting into them, because today YouTube is going to censor everyone. Anyways, if you like this, want to see some more, hit like, share, subscribe. I can't help myself in talking to you guys about stuff. And very glad I kept all my videos. Bye-bye.